Falcons Nation, stop everything. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The 2025 NFL Draft just dropped, and Atlanta's defense is looking like a brick wall, ready to dominate the NFC South. But hold up, there's a sneaky move in the shadows, a departure from our roster that's got me buzzing with curiosity. Who's out, and what does it mean for our playoff push? Stick with me, because I'm unpacking the draft haul that's got us on top, tying it to a low-key exit that could shift our plans. And trust me, you'll be glued to every word. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's dive into this Falcons fever dream. 2025 is about to be our year. But first, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, don't wait. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Only 1% of viewers actually subscribe. Let's change that. A small action that makes a huge difference. The draft that changed everything. Let's kick it off with the main event, the 2025 NFL Draft. Falcons fans, we didn't just draft, we rebuilt. With limited picks, Atlanta zeroed in on their Achilles heel, defense. 2 first-round edge rushers, Jalen Walker from Georgia and James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee, are pure chaos off the snap. Walker's a local hero, a bulldog with 6.5 sacks last season, bending around tackles like they're cones. Pierce, a speed demon, 8 sacks, relentless motor. Then, in the secondary, we snagged Xavier Watts from Notre Dame and Billy Bowman Jr. from Oklahoma. Watts, a ball-hawking safety, had 7 picks in 24. Bowman's a versatile corner with lockdown vibes. These 4 aren't just rookies, they're the backbone of a defense that went from shaky to scary. Before this draft, we were neck and neck with Tampa in the NFC South. Now, we're the kings of the castle. The Saints are a mess, aging roster, no QB, no hope. The Bucs? They've won 4 straight division titles, but they're stuck in no man's land, good enough for playoffs, not for a Super Bowl run. Carolina's got Bryce Young stepping up, but they're a wild card, not a threat. Atlanta? If Kirk Cousins had fessed up about his injuries last year, we'd have taken the crown. With Michael Penix Jr. slinging it, 750 yards, 6 TDs and 3 starts late 24, we're the favorites. Our offense is stacked. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. Add this draft's defensive muscle, and we're not just contenders, we're predators. But here's where it gets real. Drafts don't win games alone. You need depth, chemistry, and guys who buy in. That's why this quiet roster move, one you might have missed, has me raising an eyebrow. It's not a star, but it's a piece of the puzzle, and its ripple effect could shake things up. Let's connect the dots. The silent departure, Ross Dwelly's return to San Fran. Now, let's talk about the shadow move. Tight end Ross Dwelly's heading back to the San Francisco 49ers on a 1-year deal. Yeah, I know, Dwelly's not a household name, but hear me out. This exit ties right into our draft story, and it's got me wondering about Atlanta's next step. Dwelly spent 1 season with us in 2024, playing all 17 games, catching 1 pass for 5 yards. Yep, a lonely grab and a 38-6 drubbing by Denver. But stats don't tell the whole tale. He logged 105 offensive snaps, 9% of the total, and 166 on special teams, 37%, including a tackle and big moments like 29 snaps in our Week 15 win over Vegas. At 6 feet 5 inches, 235 pounds, he was a depth guy, a blue player who did the dirty work. Dwelly's no stranger to the grind, 6 years with the 49ers, 44 catches, 518 yards, 5 TDs, with his best years in 19 and 20. He's a lunch pail guy, the kind who blocks for Bijan or springs a special teams play. So why let him walk? Simple, we're doubling down on our core. Kyle Pitts and Charlie Warner are back as our top tight ends, and we added Philippe Franks, a special teams ace, in free agency. Pitts is our star, 53 catches, 667 yards last year. Warner's a blocking beast. Franks brings athleticism. Dwelly's exit signals confidence in this trio, but it's a gamble. Depth at tight end is thin, and injuries could expose us. Here's the emotional hook. Every Falcon who leaves carries a piece of our heart. Dwelly wasn't Julio Jones, but he was one of us, hustling, scrapping, bleeding red and black. His return to San Fran, where he'll join George Kittle in a stacked tight end room, feels like a homecoming, but it stings. Why? Because it reminds us of the stakes. Our draft loaded the defense, but the offense needs every cog to click. Losing a depth piece, even a small one, raises the question, are we all in on Penix and this core, or are we one injury away from trouble? Connecting the dots, draft dreams meet roster realities. Let's weave this together. Julio's spirit looms large here. His 2011 arrival, 5 picks traded to draft him at 6, set the tone for bold moves. This draft? It's that same energy. Walker and Pierce are our defensive Julio, game changers who'll make QBs sweat like Julio made DBs panic. Watson Bowman echo his clutch gene. Think Julio's 2019 walk-off TD against Philly, a 54-yard screen on 4th and 3. But Julio's era taught us something else. Depth matters. He carried us, but guys like Roddy White and Tony Gonzalez made it work. Dwelly was our 2024 version of that, unsung, vital. His exit, while pragmatic, is a gut check. Are Pitts, Warner, and Franks enough to back Penix's rise? The NFC South is ours to lose. Penix's late-season spark proved he's ready, and this draft fixed our biggest flaw. But the Bucs are scrappy, and Carolina's unpredictable. Dwelly's departure, small as it seems, is a reminder, no details too small in a playoff chase. Imagine a late-season game, Pitts tweaks an ankle, and we're scrambling, who steps up? Franks isn't proven, Warner's not a pass catcher. That's where the curiosity kicks in. What's Atlanta's next move? Are we hitting free agency for another tight end? Banking on a late-round draft gem? Or trusting our stars to stay healthy? The big picture, Falcons flying high, but eyes on the details. Zoom out, this is Atlanta's moment. The draft's a home run. Walker, Pierce, Watts, Bowman transform a defense that bled yards last year. Penix's arm, London's hands, Pitt's speed, Pigeon's cuts. This offense is a powder keg. But Julio's legacy, and even Dwelly's quiet hustle, scream one truth. Championships aren't just stars, they're systems. Losing a depth guy like Dwelly isn't a crisis, but it's a warning. Every snap counts. If we're storming the NFC South, we need glue guys as much as game changers. So, what's next? Will Atlanta double down on this roster, or is another move coming? The draft's got us dreaming big, division titles, playoff runs, maybe even a Super Bowl push. But that quiet exit's got me wondering, are we ready for the grind? Falcons fans, I'm passing the mic. Who's your MVP from this draft? Worried about tight end depth? Or is Penix's magic enough to carry us? Hit the comments, smash that like, and let's keep this fire burning. 2025's our year, and we're not slowing down. Go Falcons!